slide.
He was here earlier, and I saw their cars.
Yeah, Nick and Lynn are here somewhere.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome to board meeting. I'm sorry that the tardy bell's gone off, but this school meeting, like this 20 years, just a little different. So we welcome everybody with us in our social distancing. We've got to personally excuse board member Bruce Jardine, but he's actually with us on the phone, online. The camera's over there where he's watching us. So welcome, Bruce, and chime in during discussions if so needed. At the same time, be safe. This is an exciting night. We're excited to have everybody with us, and the reason for that, but we need to start by having a pledge of allegiance, and I've asked board member Paul Winterson to do that, so if you would, please.
Repeat after me. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Paul, for that. It feels good to be able to say the Pledge of Allegiance on the night when we have a vice president debate in our state. Board, our first item on the agenda would be the consent calendar. I'd entertain a motion to accept. So moved by Dean,
Second.
second by Jan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you, Bruce. Very good, thank you. The next item on the agenda, I believe that's why all you folks are here, would be our recognitions. The Tech Service Department are what we muchly appreciate, and with that, I'm going to turn the microphone and time over for our E+ Team Award to our Tech Services, and Lori Rasmussen, please.
Okay, well, thank you, Superintendent, President Ritchie, and board members. And I am so honored tonight to present to you our Tech Services Team Department for the E+ Team Award. And so if I can get our team to stand up, we have Brandon and Alex. If you'll just stand up for a sec. Wayne, we've got Chantel, Jenny, Dawn, Jared, and Blaine. And then Lynn and Nick, if you'll just stand up for a sec too. This is representative of our tech department, and it's going to be a treat tonight, and I thank them for coming. We asked for volunteers, and there were none, but they were kind enough to come and join us tonight, and so I just want to express my true gratitude for that. And you guys can sit down now, and as we go up to this award. So, as you know, and Jeff spoke to the teachers this year, everybody has just been amazing, incredible. You know, the tasks that have been performed by everybody has been monumental. But it's such a good feeling to be able to honor the tech department team. I just want to take a minute and talk about what the E+ Team Award is. And the purpose of the award is to recognize the contributions of outstanding teams, to emphasize the importance of teamwork. And as you'll see tonight, there's several divisions under the tech department. And Jeff spoke to the growth of tech and how it's changed over the years. And so they totally meet that purpose. The criteria for the award is the team should have exemplified expectations plus over a period of time. The team should be respected by other employees and patrons of the district. And I can't think of a more respected group of people. The team should play an active role in district operations. And as you'll see tonight, the tech department touches everything. If you think in your daily working through the district, from opening an email to getting through the door, they just are a part of so many things that sometimes are behind the scenes. The team should show evidence of committed professional improvement. And we'll talk a bit about that. But anyways, that's the criteria for the award, and you'll see that this team more than next meets that expectation. In talking with Lynn and Nick, and I have learned so much kind of working with this department. With tech, there's lots of shiny and fun things, right? There's lots of devices and fun gadgets that people love and know about. Then there's important things like access points and necessary things to have tech be able to work. And then there's the magic. And that is all of the behind the scenes work that's done. Like people, how do we get our email? How does that work? How are all those thousands of emails filtered so that we're safe? How is our student data protected? And that's all the work of this team behind the scenes. So who is Tech Services? You're going to get to hear from some of the experts today, which is going to be amazing. Well, and I want to be clear, when I talked about this award and I talked with Lynn and Nick, they were adamant that this award was not about them. And so we're going to focus on the team tonight, but I do have to say, and I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the fine leadership of Lynn and Nick. Lynn Raymond is our tech director, and Nick Harris is our supervisor. And their stories are interesting. I think it's important to note that they started as teachers in our district. They started off on the ground floor. Lynn started in the tech department as a building tech, right? So they know what it's like to be a building tech. They know what it's like to be a teacher. They've had that experience and that credibility. Through the years, they've been administrators. They've worked in high schools, junior high. Lynn came in as the director, and he said something like 17 years ago. So that's a pretty amazing rise. He's now one of the most revered tech directors in the state. Nick serves on several state committees, and our tech department around the state is held in the highest of esteem. And as we go through COVID, and we hear from other districts, just the other day in our PTA meeting, the praise that's lavished on our department it's just monumental, and it's well deserved. And so we understand, and we're grateful and thankful for where we are with our tech team in Weaver School District. Here's just a picture the other day, and this is what tech does. They work with all departments. This was just a kind of a meeting with elementary and curriculum to try to solve some problems, and that was a picture of the tech shed. And I invite board members, if you haven't been out to the tech department, you need to stop out there sometimes. It is an amazing facility, and a lot of smart thinking goes on in that room, I tell you what. So anyways, that's just a picture. This kind of quote speaks to the tech department. Positive attitude enables you to go with passion and see possibility in every challenging circumstance. It was by that great achievers picked up metal scraps from the floor and built machines from it. And I feel like the tech department, no matter what we threw at them, and what we continue to throw at them, they are able to pick up the pieces and make it work. They have that can-do attitude, and we've got this. Many of them canceled summer vacations because we were in the middle of COVID. They had to get Chromebooks out. They had to reconfigure them so they would work with the Xfinity Wi-Fi. The work that was done was behind the scenes, but it was amazing. This is this spoke to me. This is a picture of out in the tech shed that says, "Be brave enough to be bad at something new." And I think if we all had that attitude, we could maybe accomplish as much as they do. Here's just a flow chart. You can see across the top kind of the different divisions of our tech department. The web developers, the data processing, the network services, security and communication, security access control and cameras, user that's so much, you know, work and effort, that I think it's good for us to kind of shine a light on that. So what does tax services do on a daily basis, right? There's so many things that they do, and if you've been around, oh my gosh, the training, the professional development, the Learning Conference, formerly known as Brain Blast, there's so many things that they do for our district that are just amazing. The recruiting pieces, the way they work with departments. But I want you to take a look at this picture. The first picture, Jared was instrumental in writing a grant worth of millions of dollars to replace every access point in our district. So when we hear of other districts crashing because they had too many Chromebooks go home, or you know that the Wi-Fi doesn't work, they've had the foresight to keep us in good shape. This grant, so that first picture, are boxes and boxes of access points out at the tech department. They are ready to be installed. And how many would you say there are?
1,852.
1,800. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh, Fran. I clicked the wrong button. 1,852. Okay, and they're going to expand, they're going to replace current access points, but then also expand out into parking lots. So if there is another soft closure, parents and students can have access near their neighborhood school. But that's one part. The next picture, the middle picture, is shipment of Chromebooks. And I think, Lynn, did you tell me there's 5,300 Chromebooks there?
She can tell you the exact number.
Okay, John.
There's 500 or 5,350 is what we
Okay.
have in this shipment.
So and I just want to say something, to get Chromebooks isn't an easy thing now. Because of the relationships they have with vendors, we're able to get them when other districts are not. So this is building up to a point. So then there's all the Chromebooks. So think about the unpacking, the inventory, the system of tracking. That's all just done on an amazing basis. Then we get to the next picture. And that's a picture of Chromebooks that have been kind of, you know, ready to go. They're sitting on carts, ready to go out to the schools, right? So all that behind the scenes work finally gets us to this. And this is the important piece, right? All the work they do is for this reason. It's for the kids. And our kids have been in the best shape of the state and probably the country during a soft closure and a time of crisis because of our tech department's ability to get devices into hands and train our teachers. Now, we get to hear from the experts. So, like I said, this wasn't their favorite thing, but they each have like an important role, and I thought it would be fun to hear from them so they can give you a little insight into what they do. So, do we have a white?
Did you have tech services help you put this together?
Yes, hey, they taught me. I did pretty good.
I'm with you.
Well, it'll stop
Okay,
right there.
Wayne.
Hi, I'm Wayne Hetzel. Sorry. When Lynn and Lori asked us, voluntold us to come up here, I was a little apprehensive because we're a bunch of introverts. Typically, the network engineers, you just slide a pizza under the door and hopefully they'll come out and talk. But we'll see how this goes. Worked with these guys 18 years. Been super blessed as far as we have a really good group, camaraderie and everything, so I've been happy with that. Some of the major projects I work on are the security cameras. Currently we have 1,200 security cameras throughout the district. With the recent acquisition of Boston, our wiring guy, we do it all. We purchase, install, pull the wires, everything. So that has made it so we've been able to get a lot of cameras faster, whatever the needs that the administrators deem fit. With that, I also manage the access control. So within the last year and a half, we've added about 170 security doors. Even on the new buildings, they get the equipment there and the wire there, and we come in and install it so everything works. Again, with Boston, shout out to Boston, he makes that happen. It's amazing. With that, we also manage all of the credentials, all the cards, the exit cards. We print them, program them, deliver them, make them work. So that's been a big help. So hopefully we get done in December so it doesn't cost us any money. So that's the big push right now. Another couple projects we're coming down is administrators asking for fake detectors in the restrooms to help curb hopefully some of those issues. So right after Wi-Fi, we'll go to that. And then Trent's also we're working on trying to do a pilot to maybe convert the bus system cameras over to the current system, so which would help us be able to monitor and make sure it's working, it's active. Hopefully that goes pretty smooth, but those are some of the projects I'm working on currently.
Did you provide a translator or? My name is Alex Korkishko, and it will be pretty hard to follow Wayne, but I oversee the communication and security of web security of the district. I got here about 18 years ago with Wayne, and it feels like this is my digital family. I got a job because of Jared. I got my master's degree because of Blaine. Helped hire these two fine gals. I remember when Chantal came into our office with the bad news, and she's still here, and we love her. Jenny, when she got hired as well, we had some rough going, but she's here. But anyway, I love these guys. I work with them every day. We see each other after work. We work together. Anyway, this is our family. We've been together for 18 years now. So, I oversee the email stuff. Originally, I got hired as an email guy to bring the kids online. I built that, and the boss before Lynn assigned everything else to me. And so I oversee the email systems, the Gmail docs, and security as well. The latest project, the reason why kids hate me, is the BARG. You might have heard of that. We monitor the kids, and the kids online, when they get those Chromebooks, they go wild. They start looking for bad things. They get into trouble, bullying, harassment, and so forth. We have tools in place now to catch those things before they get out of hand. So that way our principals know what's happening in the schools without trying to read the logs that they can't read, and get ahead of the game. As Graham is going to go over devices that we have out in the schools, it's enormous jobs for the principals to keep up with the security and the well-being of kids on the internet. So one of my responsibilities is the security, and try to do kind of a good job with it. So,
Thank you, Alex.
thanks, Alex.
Hi, my name is Brandon Wicks. I'm the mobile device manager for the Chromebooks and the iPads in the district. With my team, Jenny and Stacy and Brandon Martinson, and the help of the school techs, they come in every day, once a week, 3 times a week, to help us with repairs and to help us move through getting the Chromebooks out to the district, to the schools. I'd like to say thank you for this. This is, like you said, I've been here in the district for about 20 years, and with these guys coming after us, we've got a lot to accomplish. Thank you for the board for this. Thank you for the superintendency for thinking of us, and thank you to the department leadership for their innovation and for their guidance through all this. It's been kind of a challenge sometimes, and it's been a large project to deal with and get through, but we've done well. And at the end of this year, we'll have over 40,000 devices, and every student will have a Chromebook in their hand, which has been a huge accomplishment and a credit to everyone in the department. That's about it. That's me.
I am Chantel Heim. I am a school tech at Fremont High School right now. I've been with the district for about 6 years. In those 6 years, I've been to elementaries, junior highs, and now to high school. The best thing about my job is being able to be face-to-face with teachers and help them get all their technology up to date and get it running for them to help the students. In the schools, we help with software, Chromebooks, projectors, TVs, any of the hardware in the building. If we aren't able to fix it on site, we have all of these amazing people to turn to. We just have such a great network of people that we can turn, and even the other school techs will just jump in and help us, district techs, all the engineers, developers, and of course our directors will be there to help us with anything we need. It's been really nice to get to know everybody, and even the tech, besides the tech department, the teachers and the staff are just amazing to work with, and then to see how the kids, I mean, sometimes they're better at the technology than most people in the school, and sometimes better than me, so it's nice to see how well that they adapted to all the online schooling, and it's nice to work with them and the Ascend specialists, getting the Chromebooks out to them, and ed tech coaches help amazing with that as well. So thank you so much for doing this for us.
Hi, my name is Jenny Dennis, and like Alex said, he hired me, and I don't know what he was thinking, but I am so grateful. And so I started out as a school tech, and I fell in love immediately with every staff member, every admin, the students. And a couple years into that, I was asked to join the mobile device team and to do Chromebooks all day long. You saw the palettes that Lori showed you, and I mean, that's literally where it starts. We have a wonderful team behind us that does the ordering. And then from there, I mean, we just, all of the information we gather from the schools and get that order in. And I cannot tell you how excited I was when those Dells finally came in the last 2 weeks. We've been scrambling, and we've been able to scramble because we have an amazing team. Amazing techs that where we will have a Chromebook that literally has been used as a skateboard has been turned back into a working device, and it's just amazing, and I am so passionate about it. The pictures, Lynn's gonna laugh at me, because every time we sit and have a heart-to-heart about this position, I get emotional. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with the people that I work with. Jared is probably one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, and Alex and Wayne, and we will be in over our heads, and they will jump in and they'll drop everything just to help us unbox and label and enroll Chromebooks, and it's amazing. We have Blaine, who has set up this most amazing program, Chromebase, so that we can track every single device, assign them, and really, it's just incredible. And then on top of that, we have what we are now calling Ascend specialists. And these are aides or media specialists at our schools that say, I am not tech savvy, please don't ask me to do this. And they do it, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we need to hire these people in our tech department because they are capable and they're wonderful, and it's just been incredible. The picture that Lori shared again, you know, to see the process of where it starts and to see that it gets into these kids' hands, that's where the magic is. And I was talking to Cammie Alexander about one of our admins today. We were able to get a shipment out to them of all their Chromebooks. And it wasn't expected to happen for another 2 weeks, but because we have such amazing techs that literally their fingers are blistering and bleeding. Sorry. To be able to get these Chromebooks and these parts out to these students, and that's what this is for. That's why we're in this department. We do this for the admins, for the teachers, and especially those students who are able to have a better education, because we are able to help provide technology, the hardware, the software, the wireless access points, the protection. And I'm just so grateful. But one of the admins today that we were able to deliver those Chromebooks to, she literally was jumping through the hallway, skipping and screaming in excitement. And that's what makes this all worth it. So thank you so much, and I'm so thankful that you guys took a chance on me, because this is probably the most rewarding job I've ever had. So thank you.
Thank you, Danny, thank you.
My name is Dawn Popp. I'm the head secretary for Tech Services. And Tech Services is really a family. These guys could go anywhere in the public sector and make so much more money than they do here. But they love what they do. They love, the things that tech services and the school district offer. It's an amazing team, and we, I think, work really well together. And to accomplish the tasks that are given to us on a daily basis when things come up with curriculum or student services or any of the other departments, and they come and say, hey, we've got this problem, how can tech services help us solve it? And through the great leadership of Lynn and Nick and the brilliant minds that we have in the department, everything seems to come together just like natural. Some of the things that I do, between Stacy Judkins and myself, anything that's tech related is purchased by her or I. From smartboards, dot cams, anything technology. We have approximately 5,600 computers in the district, and we have a 4-year refresh policy. So every computer is refreshed every 4 years. So come the spring, we will refresh on average about 1,400 computers every year. And we have 430 laptops. And like Brandon said, we have 40,000 Chromebooks. We try and keep about 10,000 different parts in stock at all times. We have a 50,000 square foot warehouse so that we can keep things in stock that the teachers will need, that we can get them out to them quick and not have a big delay of turnaround. There's a lot of times that if a teacher's smartboard goes out or they need a cable or something, if they're dead in the water and feel like they can't teach, if our school techs can come to the district, to the BDO and get the stuff that they need, and so that we can have that in stock in the classrooms. Really grateful again for the opportunity that I have to work for the district, and there isn't any place that I would rather be.
Can I just say one thing? Dawn talks about all the things she purchases. One day, I stopped out to tech services to just kind of visit, and Dawn was out buying generators so that the high schools could pay their fees outside at the drive-up graduation. So it's pretty incredible. So thank you, Dawn.
Hello, my name is Jared Gansky, and I've been with the district for 19 years now. I was actually hired right after I graduated from Vaudeville High School in 2001, so I've been here quite a while. I am the network manager, and I oversee the data center and the back-end network. In the data center, we have over 165 servers, and in the data center, to support those servers, we have over a petabyte of data storage. And to connect all the schools to the data center, we have over 100 data circuits that go out to every school and building in the school district. And in the schools, we have over 500 data switches and routers that connect all the devices in the building, access points, Chromebooks, teachers' desktops, anything else that connects to the network, all the way back up to the data center and then to the internet. So that's an overview of what I do. And then when
Just that.
when Lori invited us to all come speak tonight, she asked us to possibly tell a story. So instead of that, I wanted to air a grievance on Wayne's behalf. I've been away from Adam for years. Don't panic, Larry. So back a few years ago, when our previous director was still with us before he retired, you would know every few years when his wife put him on a diet because food would start disappearing out of our cubicles. So one morning, Wayne went to open up what he thought was a brand new box of Pop-Tarts. Well, when he opened the Pop-Tarts, he found that one of them was missing, and in there was a note stuffed in there that says, "I owe you one Pop-Tart," and it was signed by the previous director. Well, the previous director never paid back his debt to Wayne, so we feel that that debt is now passed on to Lori, and Lori owes Wayne a Pop-Tart. So,
I'll take care of that.
thank you.
Thanks, Jared. Thank you so much.
Brown sugar or raspberry?
It was brown sugar.
I'm not going to top that. My name is Blaine Christensen. I work in software development and help heard tonight, and that is that the team is a tight-knit team. Whatever different part of the department that you're in, you feel that. Also, just the feeling of camaraderie. I also feel that there's a common thread of Weaver School District is a great place to work. It just is. It's a good environment, and that's I've been here 22 years. That's one of the reasons that I'm still here. Just the purpose of being a part in the shaping of young people's lives, that learning environment that we help to, in some small way, to help create in the classrooms. So I'm just grateful to be a part of that. Some of the things that I do with software development is I get to do things that I love. I get to develop software, I get to work with databases, and work with a team that is competent in those things and can develop some really cool things, I think. So I come to work each day to play. And some of the things we've developed is Chromebase, which Jenny mentioned, to track Chromebooks and other devices. It interfaces with our financial systems for repair billing, and our help desk system for tech support and part ordering and stuff like that. We've also, with COVID that has came, we had a new task to, I guess a challenge to help teachers and staff in the schools, administrators, to know which students should be there when and which students shouldn't be there. And so we've been able to implement a system there within our existing system to help that happen. And so I enjoy that. And, I think I'll just finish up there and just leave it at that. That this is, I enjoy working with all of the Weaver School District staff, tech department especially, but really everyone in Weaver School District. It's a good environment to work, good environment to learn, good environment to eat.
Thank you guys so much. And as you can see, under Lynn and Nick's leadership, the tight-knit, the collegiality, the professionalism, the dedication, and the passion for the work speaks for themselves. That's what Weaver District Tech Department does on a regular basis. We're going to quickly kind of go through some of the things they did during the soft closure and after COVID. My grandkids speak of before COVID and after COVID life. So this is after, and I know it's tiny. I'm just going to go quick through here. But they had us prepared. First of all, we've kind of seen that. They had us prepared. We already had 15,000 Chromebooks issued at that time on a one-to-one basis, and then we were able to get more out so that every family had devices. They had to reconfigure the Chromebooks so they would hook to the different community Wi-Fi points, which was a huge effort in and of itself. They stayed in and they had to reconfigure. I don't even know what that would entail. But they also rerouted our ISMs, our mentors, to prepare and support teachers to digital instruction on the fly. The tech department's ed tech coaches teamed with curriculum, and that's been a great thing under Sherry's leadership. With the fellows to provide training and support for their teachers. Brian and Alex led a Google Meet, had a Google Meet every single day during the soft closure, where teachers could hop on and they could ask any kind of tech question that they had. Right there, they were right there accessible. Also, the engineers were also available daily via some open sessions. The tech department put up the training WSD.net website. I won't take time to go through that. But there's a host of trainings that help a teacher with Canvas, with G Suite, with all the different things that somebody might need. The tech department provided and organized 55 different opportunities where teachers came and were trained on Canvas in the summer. And with Sherry's help, she found some money to pay them a stipend. So again, the collaboration between departments is amazing. They supported the online graduations. Gina could speak to that, how they helped set up the systems out there. Blaine just talked about the system within our own SIS system, which, by the way, is homegrown, which is an amazing thing because we can change or add or make adjustments to our student information system that's specific to our district. And I don't know if you realize how valuable that is, because when we need something, then it usually can be accomplished to meet the very fear and anxiety. They also developed a COVID tracking kind of data system, which Lane uses to kind of keep track of how many cases and who's quarantined so that we can be transparent with the public. We brought on Panorama, and often when somebody brings on a program, you think, oh, that's great. But it's back to the magic and how that works, and behind the scenes, it's these guys that's uploading the data so principals can have access to those reports. I could go on and on about all the things that they've done. That's just a glimpse into the things that they've accomplished. Larry Hadley is the Human Resource Director, and I'm just going to ask Larry to, you'll understand the picture in a minute. He has a statement.
Lori asked me to just kind of write some thoughts down about the tech department, and I just want to read this to you. It says, having the tech department receive the E+ Team Award is well deserved. Over the past few months, the tech department has served like a Swiss Army knife for the district. They've been asked by almost every, if not every, department in the school district for something. The Human Resource Department is no exception. In the past few months, we have worked with almost every wing of the tech department. They have helped us develop our Canvas courses for the state licensing changes. They have completely restructured the classified evaluation process. When we changed to our talented hiring program, they worked with PowerSchool to acquire single-user sign-on. They were able to add more tech to our recruiting processes, and when we were not able to host our candidate interviews for a university, they offered their building to us. We were able to utilize 3 rooms and conduct over 90 digital interviews, 3 rooms running simultaneously without one technical difficulty. They have provided us with valuable data and information so we can make more informed decisions. When I call, they answer. When we have an issue, they provide feedback and options. It's a pleasure working with all of the tech department. This is a well-deserved award for all of them.
Thank you, Larry. Cameron, do you want to read elementary?
I suppose if I had one word that I could use to describe these guys, it would be responsive. If you gave me 6, if you're an English teacher, I'm including a contraction, I would say they're kind of a big deal. But honestly, they are there at a moment's notice. They have been so responsive to us. A couple of their innate abilities, I think, that they either have possessed or earned or something. They have a great ability to adjust as needed, whether it's a program or a person that needs that help, and sometimes us. Their ability to assess needs and then train based on those needs is exemplary. They have amazing vision. I think the reason we're doing as well as we are is because a wee long time ago, prior to the COVIDs, somebody had the vision that we needed to start working on becoming a Google district. Had we not had that training, we'd be in a world of hurt right now because it acted as a springboard to get us where we are today. We're blown away by their ability to take any kind of suggestion with any kind of hardware or software and just make it work. They do it all the time. And under COVID, all I could say, we couldn't do it without them. Not at all. And plus, we love them. So, thanks, guys. Dave and I are very incredibly appreciative.
Gina?
I'm honored to be able to speak to this great team, and this is on behalf of Clyde and I and our secondary folks. I wanted just to share a quote that I think typifies this great team. It's by Margaret Mead. She said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And I kind of felt like that quote typifies or embodies this great team. You hear about all the wonderful things and the intelligence and the enthusiasm and the get it done attitude. But I also have kind of just want to put a personal spin on it. I look at Blaine sitting over there, and if you know Blaine, his expression under the mask is the same if he doesn't have the mask on. You can ask him for the biggest ask in the world, and he will just not change his expression and nod his head and say, I think we could figure out a way to get that done. And that, I appreciate that kind of a response, like Cammie said. There's a responsiveness that always makes you feel like you're not asking a dumb question, even though you probably are, and not understanding all the work that goes behind the scenes. They collectively exude enthusiasm and wonderment. There's almost like a childlike wonderment when I was listening to all of them talk. They really are passionate about being innovative and being supportive and service-oriented to our teachers and our administrators and kids especially. I wanted to speak really quickly to the online graduation, the virtual graduations that were pulled off last spring. I can't tell you how important that was to the morale of our kids, our seniors, their parents. I think the ripple effect that was able to go out in a positive way because of the way that leadership team pulled together, Lynn and Ryan James and Nick, and I could go on and on about how they basically pulled off a miracle in a very short period of time to honor and feature each of those seniors in each school. And I know that you all participated in those graduations, and what a wonderful thing. And a matter of fact, I think that was probably a game changer. We might be looking at doing graduations differently because of that. A couple weeks ago in the Bonneville Cone, a pretty bad storm went through there, and power was out for a lot of our schools. And one of the things that impressed me the most about Lynn Raymond, and I know he doesn't want this to be about him, but Lynn was somebody I could call at a moment's notice any time of the day or night. He showed up early morning hours, late at night with generators to try to keep certain schools going. He heard from somebody that I didn't have power at my house and came with a generator and offered a generator to me. This is the type of responsiveness that this great team offers, and it's so personal, and I just want to let them know how much we appreciate them from the secondary ranks.
Gina, thank you. And Wayne, your debt is paid. There you go. Pop transfer, Wayne. There you go. Okay. No, but on a serious note, tech team and board, I'm more than honored to give them this award. I thank you for all you do for the students and the teachers of Weber District. You're so appreciated from the superintendency and the board. And we thank you. Board, do you have any questions for them before we give them their plaque? They are like the smartest people, so if you want to know anything, now's your chance.
Phone numbers.
Oh, okay. Ask John, I can hook you up, okay? Any questions? Okay, with that, board, it's my honor to present the Tech Services team with the E+ Team Award. And can I just also thank Trent. He's part of the team. He's here every board meeting, working hard behind the scenes. And I do want to thank Lane and Cammie Orr for their help in getting every award ready, and for the beautiful plaque, and for putting up with me. So thank you. I know it's COVID time, so I don't know how to really appropriately do this. Alex, since you're right here in the front, do you want to come take this for the team?
No, Don.
Don, okay.
Thank you, Lori. I don't know that that's not the longest recognition we've ever had. I'm not done. However, it's probably the most recognizable that needs to go that long, and we could go all night. I've been a recipient. I've been around the district a couple of years on the board. I'm sorry. But I've been recipients of all those levels that you talked about, Lori, and that they talked about, but never once when they talked did they complain or say this is what we did. And I've got grandkids that have had Chromebooks given to me now without even an exception. This tonight didn't work, and guess who jumped in? I'm a guy that these people make you feel like, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. They don't. They fix it, and I'm a guy that just likes to open it and go to work because I'm not smart enough to even be on the same level as they are. So I echo everything they said. And we've got a district that's fantastic. When you get the years of service that you guys have to go somewhere else, and you've stuck with us, you're the same team as our teachers, nurses, administrators that love the district. We get the best. And again, I just want to say, our hat goes off to you. I'm speechless, but thank you so very, very much for everything that you do that we don't recognize. But you know what? We do appreciate and love you and say thank you. So another round of applause for us. Anybody else? Well, then I guess we'll go on to the action items. If you guys don't want to stay, you're more than welcome to be excused. You can go ahead, but.
John,
Yes.
I just have to say, listening to each of you and the camaraderie that you have, the feelings for each other and your willingness to serve in the incredible way you do, I just stand in awe, and it's a privilege to get to know your team better. Thank you so much.
With that, we have some action items, and while these fine folks are shuffling out, board, we need to have the approval of the LEA licenses and endorsement list for the October 2020. Mr. Larry Hadley, please. It's kind of funny, the tech services each had their own mic, but they just kept it in hand and grabbed the mic. It's like, okay, just fix the computer, don't worry about COVID.
Good evening, Board Superintendent. I appreciate the opportunity.
Larry, I'm not sure that's on.
How's that? There we go. Following the creation of Board Policy 7135, the following in your board book is a recently hired or currently employed teachers for Weaver School District that fall under the new LEA-specific licensing procedures. WSD will issue LEA licenses or LEA endorsements following board approval after each candidate completes the specified WSD online Canvas course. The Human Resource Department will track all the coursework and the teachers on the LEA license and LEA endorsements, and they will issue the proper LEA-specific certificates. Your board book this month is a little larger. We received the state report, the finalized state report, as to turning everybody over back to us as the district. Therefore, the LEA endorsement list is going to be a little larger, as we've now started school in the month of October has rolled over. So that's why there's a few more names on that. We've kept current on the new hires since June. This now will cap every employee in the district that will be on an LEA license or an LEA endorsement. We in turn will send this report back to the state starting in October 15th, and then in November 1st we'll finalize that with the state, and then everything will be back turned over to the Weaver School District as far as licensing goes. So I just wanted to clarify that. That's why the list is a little larger this month of October. I'd like to thank Cammie and Gina for all the work they've done with the FTE to help us on this, and every school has been very compliant in getting everybody licensed. So at this time, I ask for an approval vote on the LEA candidates before you.
Board, you've heard the presentation by Mr. Hadley on the October list of LEA licenses, and I'd entertain a motion to accept.
So moved.
Jan, second by Dean. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Go ahead, Jan.
Mr. Hadley, I have a question. With COVID, is that impacting the praxis tests at all?
It does affect it a little bit. The new structure is to get your associate license, you still have to have your content praxis, but the PLP has gone away. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hadley. Board, we've come to the end of our agenda. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Janice? Second by Jan. All in favor? Aye, motion carries.
Aye.
Thank you, Bruce. Be safe. We miss you. And for those supervisors that are still with us, please tell your teachers and administration thank you. We understand that they're being worn down, drugged through, patience, time is very valuable. We're in this together, we understand, but we're trying to do what we can. And I think tomorrow's morning's gonna be exciting to get going and help these poor teachers and the whole Weaver School District community. So thank you